Welcome back, everyone, to the ESL ESEA Pro League. And we are going to be moving now into our second game of the evening, and it's going to be Ninjas in Pajamas taking on HellRaisers.
It's going to be a good game. Like you said, a rematch from the game we had over on Tuesday, where NiP did actually lose to HellRaisers on Cash and on Dust2. This is going to be an exciting match. I think NiP actually did just win the knife round and chose to go T-side. So I think we can just drop straight in the game and kick this one off.
Yeah, actually, I think HellRaisers won and chose CT, but I'm going to open console and then we can find out. Or not.
Doesn't matter.
That's not working. But anyway, doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure it was HellRaisers that won it. Either way, we are into this one then. And as we said, HellRaisers beat Ninjas in Pajamas the other day, 16-13 actually on Thursday it was on Cash. Of course, Dust2. A different beast, though. And I'll give you a quick rundown of the two teams. For HellRaisers, we have Kucha, Angel, Mu, Dozier, and Adren. And for NiP, Freiburg, Get Right, Alu, Exist, and of course, Forest. No real strange names that you're not familiar with in all that one. And we see already a fair bit of damage being done. It looks like NiP going to be going for the mid to be split here. They've got one man inside of the bomb site. That's Freiburg, and he's actually doing a great bit of work here. Kucha, though, will take down Get Right, and that leaves Freiburg in a 1 versus 4. He has the bomb, which I suppose is a plus point for him here, but other than that, it's not going to be easy, and actually Kucha just comes around, one pops him, and that will be HellRaisers here on the CT side picking up pistol.
I was just saying, there's no way we're going to see what Forrest did on Cash on Thursday and pull off a 1v4 pistol round ace. So unfortunately for him, he doesn't get the round, but they do actually buy up a scout. Freiburg going to be the one using that. They do have a couple of Tech 9s, P250s in there, even a CZ for Forrest. So a strong start from HellRaisers. They actually invest 3 M4s. That is a lot of money to spend onto that ASAP and then the two SMGs, but Angel already being tagged down to 58 health on the cross, and NiP, not a bad start for him. Garrett's even pushed out middle.
Yeah, I think as far as the start goes, that's pretty much as good as you're going to hope for you, with that scout being bought up and the Tech 9s for everyone else. We'll see, though, if NiP can actually do much more with this round. Looks like they will be pushing Catwalk here. Flash comes around and they do manage to finish off Mu, and that is now leaving Kucha here on Catwalk all on his own. He's going to drop down there. Only 2 HP remaining. There is one man on car, but this should be dealt with here quickly as well. It'll be Forrest that gets one. Adren down at the bottom. This is looking very, very good for NiP. They're going to get Freiburg in position with the scout. He's got one man inside of CT spawn, which he will. Actually, it was Angel further back that he picked off. The last man is Kucha. He's got 2 HP, and Freiburg's going to shoot him in the shins, and that will be NiP coming right back in it with a second round win.
And they pick up one of the M4s. I don't understand why HellRaisers invested that much into that round. They wanted to at least have like a really solid round, force NiP to play far away, and not let them get close with any potential Tech 9s or SMGs, but you can't lose rounds like that. When you pick up the pistol, you need to secure them. Mu going to be picking up the scout. And I have to give credit to this man. This man has been performing really well for HellRaisers. The AWP or the scouts, whatever he's been using, has really helped take HellRaisers to another level. But we still see a little bit of disconnect within the synergy of the team. I think you mentioned before, HellRaisers have had so many close results in Pro League and even in Frag by Masters. And we're going to see, it looks like Force pick up a kill onto Adren. And that will allow them to potentially push in towards B. But there's still 2 men watching towards long. The bomb has made its way over towards the B site. But they're just looking at back away. They're not sitting too healthy.
Nicely done from Alu, though. 2 scout shots landing and picking up a kill onto Angel. That leaves then Mu and Dozier, who Dozier actually inside of the B bomb site. Mu watching down middle there, as we spotted. He will actually get tagged up a little bit. So not looking all that good here for HellRaisers this round, but with Forest actually a little bit low, with Exist on only 32. In fact, Freiburg only has 19 HP. They need to still be a little bit careful. That 5-7 could certainly punish them if that was that Dozier hadn't backed away from that bomb site, and that means that they can smoke up the doors. Alu will jump across. Bomb will be planted.
So ballsy to send 3 people in when they have like 19, 11 HP straight in towards the site. Like you said, if the 5-7 was there, that could have been HellRaisers' round. But unfortunately, looking for maybe a gun off of Get Right. And they're not even trying to really contest this this B plant. So HellRaisers will go up 2-1.
NiP.
I mean, yes, NiP.
I was going to say, yeah, HellRaisers keep the scout and the 5-7 alive, but they're not getting around just for that. I'm afraid that's not how it works. But NiP, yeah, that bomb will go off. As you mentioned, they gain the lead. His weapons will stay intact. And Dozier didn't get himself a weapon over on the other side. So really not too bad there at all. And NiP will be able to buy up a couple of weapons that they lost in that last round. Still holding on to those 2 M4s from round 2. Costly round that was for HellRaisers, who once again will be on the eco here. No money to their name. Let's see if Alu can hit anything on the cross. He's already missed 2. The third one was there, but, well, it was moved basically just playing chicken there for a while with Alu. Didn't get hit, though, so he won't be too sad about that. Kucha actually will be up close here. The push from NiP is going to start to work through. Exists and Get Right getting 2 easy frags. The third one onto Kucha will fall in there for them as well. And as they smoke off here towards that CT ramp, they'll be able to move in, get the bomb planted. Angel is starting to push, who did some really good damage onto Forest, but not enough damage to get the kill. NiP get a little plant there off in the dying seconds as well. That's 3-1. HellRaisers now going to have the money to buy.
I want to see how HellRaisers are playing to hold over towards Long A. Like, you look at teams like TSM, they put 3 people towards Long A ASAP to make sure they get control of this area. And most times, if not all, they kind of give away short completely. They have a man, middle to potentially spot them coming, but they almost 100% of the time play for the retake. And HellRaisers, they will get 2 men over towards Long. They're going to try to get that 1 man in towards Pit. Kucher will be the man there to do that. But in the meantime, NiP, they've gotten onto Catwalk. They could smoke this off and drop towards CT. Move. He's got to come out big with the op. He gets the first kill on Freiburg, looking for more.
Let's see if he can actually find them here, though. Will actually be flashed out. In fact, all 3 men down long there will be flashed up. Get Right was lurking down at the end of the doors. Did pick up a kill, but himself went down straight away after. But the all-important plant has happened now. And that leaves us with a 4 versus 3. HellRaisers have the man advantage, but positional advantage will be a little harder to come by here, as there is a jump up from Angel, just trying to scout out anyone on top of the platform there, and he got headshotted down directly by Forest. They lose out on Moo as well, and left and right, they're just falling here. Exist will find the last one. That is Adrian going down, and NiP on another gun round here. Pick it up.
Well, what in that round was the flashes they threw towards Long A, forced Moo to back straight up as far as they possibly could throw him, or force him. I guess that's a better term. And because of that, they got the plant towards Catwalk. They had, enough men alive to defend it. Some great holds by, I think that was Freiburg, to catch off Angel trying to check the boost spot. Just trying to spot them out on site, give some information to his team. But HellRaisers invested a lot of money into that round, and it didn't net them a whole lot of anything. And now NiP with the on the back of Alu are looking for a push in towards B, and you can see Moo just hiding behind the boxes, will be spotted out. Molotovs and nades coming in. It's going to be tough to hold him. I think Alu, he held off on that shot. He didn't want to TK his team. As Freiburg does pick up the 2 kills on the men on site, and this will be a bomb plant.
Yeah, easy round here coming in for Ninjas in Pajamas. They did lose Get Right, but doesn't look like too much more than that. In fact, Adrian did pick up the M4, so he's going to be able to walk away, at least for now, and try and keep a hold of that one. And, well, it doesn't last for him. Forest coming through T-spawn, and they managed to keep all the weapons away from HellRaisers, put another round on the board, and now currently lead by 4. And we see that, just looking at those money totals, 12K for Alu, 13K for Exist, over 10K there for Forest. NiP are in a very comfortable position.
They are, and luckily for NiP, HellRaisers just really aren't that strong on this map. They just don't really have the best of performances. Like the one I'm thinking in particular is where they beat Virtus Pro. That's really not that long ago. But then again, Virtus Pro never to be that strong of a team on this either. They have 6 wins out of 14 times playing it. So NiP, they've got to feel more confident. They've got to feel like this is a map that they can win. Cash was really rough for them. It's still a close scoreline of 16-13. But I feel like they still could have had that map. And not to mention, they would have been at least beat HellRaisers, in one of the times that they meet them, since they meet twice throughout the entire season.
Yeah, indeed, and that was an interesting little start. Mo actually went pretty aggressive on Catwalk, looking down into those lower B tunnels. Got basically Angel almost killed in there as well. I think Angel was at the double doors, and I'm not sure who was actually watching him. Of course, they did lose Forest here at NiP. Angel now is watching over towards B, in case anyone is to push that one. He's basically at 1 shot before he dies with only 15 health remaining, but
that's
we
a
do
nice
see the smoke coming in. Kucha is going to get caught out completely inside of CT spawn, and the rest of the push will now come in from Catwalk. Of course, Forest there, not Forest, Forest is already dead. I'm telling a complete lie. Who is it there in the smoke? It's Get Right, I think. He will actually go down to Moo. And that was not ideal for them. Now they lose Freiburg as well on Catwalk. It's going to be all on Alu, who's got an AWP here on the bomb site. There's an AWP long. He'll get rid of that one. There's a Molotov coming in. Can't get the man on short. And it is Dosia to finish him off. The bomb site's still burning here, but Angel just wants himself a weapon. But with 15 health, you just have to be a little careful on that one. He's got the AWP from that round. Defuse has already been well underway there from Adrian. And that will be HellRaisers' second round of this game. Nice little round for them.
There's another big investment, too. They ran the double op comp with Angel over towards B and Moo, kind of rotating from quick short in towards long A. Again, they smoked him off, tried to deny him any sort of vision from that car, but they didn't smoke off enough. They didn't flash him out enough to allow them to take that site without losing any casualties. And you saw Moo picked up 3 that round again. This is something that Moo did very well against NiP on Cash. His op was very formidable, and it caught NiP off guard so many times. They can't let him get going. They can't let him get any momentum behind him, because if they do, HellRaisers could pick up a second win against them.
He's actually pushing long a little bit here. Actually, going to take a fair amount of damage from grenades. I say fair amount, down to 84, which is certainly not a massive chunk of his health gone, but those AWPs, or single AWP as it is, down on long, could still be a problem for him. However, Alu is watching towards middle. Angel may peek around. It was a well-timed flash there, and Alu losing sight completely, and it will be Angel that will take out Freiburg there for the opening frag of this round. And that is the start again that HellRaisers were looking for. Looks like NiP might be again trying for Catwalk, which honestly, Moo has just defended really well.
But this time they have 2 people towards long to push out to catch Moo off guard. They do have 1 man in pit, Doja to defend Moo when they do go for the push onto him, so you can afford to keep looking down this angle. And we're going to see if that smoke's going to be able to catch him off. Doja picks up a 6 towards long, picks up a second, and now Moo knows there's no one else coming. He has all the time in the world to work with, as long as he can hold them back with the help of the man on site. And Ninja Pajamas on the back of Get Right. I don't know if he can pull this off. 1v4. No. And there we go. HellRaisers pick up a second round in a row.
Yeah, really nice. As you mentioned there, the cover position for Moo, so they can just play car completely and watch short from there. Actually, he probably should have died faster than he did. He was completely blind and threw out a wild shot, but they didn't finish him off first time. Yeah. That'll be then HellRaisers picking up their 3rd round. So Moo and Angel with those ops doing well. Here is Alu looking for the cross. Actually was waiting for a jump shot there and actually did connect onto Adrian as he crossed over. Yeah, 90 HP. That's a fantastic start for them, and he should know, I think, that he hit that shot. So Adrian's going to be forced to play a little bit safer. Over towards B. He's actually Get Right charging straight into him. Get Right looking for the kill. Adrian, though, he's just staying alive, and he forces Get Right back in towards tunnel. And now Doja trying to just maintain some sort of hold towards long again. Allow Moo to sit in this car position to defend. But NiP, let's see, they do have 4 smoke store with and a Molotov, so maybe a mid to B this time. They know the man in B is already relatively low, but it seems like they just want to keep hashing out this A site push. They want to keep doing it until it works, and I don't know if I agree with that decision, but Alu with the bomb, he's heading towards B. So it's going to be a fake towards A, and then I think a mid to B. Certainly looks that way. He'll send Get Right and Alu out through those B tunnels, although Exist is fairly far away here. Just going to spray through the door there. Doja. He did do 10 damage there onto Doja, which so every little helps in the grand scheme of things. Oh, look at this. But there is Freiburg instead dropping of smoking down. Instead of smoking CT spawn, they smoke on the other side towards the A site, because that way they don't know they're going to drop straight towards CT. But Freiburg does this all the time, and this is a fantastic start to this take. And can just sit there and wait for someone to come across. There is Adrian up on top of the scaffolding, but he goes down, and that means that Angel here going to be swarmed upon with those AKs, and had his one shot, missed it, and wasn't able to do anything more with that one. And Freiburg is still lurking inside of CT spawn. Yeah, both actually looking in his direction, and he will be finished off there. So Kucha and Dozier have a chance. The question is, do they go for it here? 3 versus 2. A risky play. Kucha, he was kind of like hanging back. Do I go in? Do I not? And now he's definitely not going to go in there, as Get Right will finish off Dozier, and he will just have a peek out there. Does find Get Right, so nice little shot for him. But are NiP going to be able to hunt him down? We already see that Exist is making his way up middle, and he's going to go straight towards pit. Kind of obvious where you're going to be hiding at this stage of things. Oh, he's going to throw a short flash there. I'm checking in case he's inside of those doors, but wasn't there. And actually, he will hold on to that AWP. So nicely done in bad circumstances, I think is fair to say there for Kucha.
I love the adaptation that we saw out of NiP that time to kind of, instead of smoking towards B for CT spawn, you smoke towards A, and that way you can send a man down towards catwalk. You're not forcing someone to play on top of boxes on the CT side, and it gives you such a cleaner take. Usually when you see CT spawn smoked off towards middle, all right, that's a mid to B. We can rotate around to defend against this, maybe push catwalk to catch him off guard. But when they do something like that, and then in the round after rush straight towards B, it's catching HellRaisers off guard.
Yeah, an Angel there's had his shot, will be sprayed, and well, it was pretty much 2 full clips that they threw it in there, and they do finally shut him down through the door, and the bomb gets planted. Exists, yeah, again, over in long double doors.
He's just playing like the lurk kind of role in. It's working out well for them so far, but Alu will pick up the kill on the move. Dozia, though, does have the open hand, trying to back away, but Alu picks up another. And Kucher, I feel like this is a repeat of the last round. He's not going to do it this time. It exists there. So NiP pick another round up.
Yeah, and we were talking about Exist lurking there at the end of Long A, and well, that's why he manages to get in around the back, stop the AWP from going through, and you can see that HellRaisers pretty much bankrupt at this stage. Kucha, because of that one round where he's gone through and not having to buy afterwards, sat on 4K, but everyone else is pretty much skint at this point. And that means that an eco will be coming out. There's AWP from Alu, and again, will connect, and again, it's onto Adren. Unlucky.
He's got to be a little bit frustrated, but at least this time it's just an eco for them, so don't have to worry too much. And NiP are looking for a push in towards B. They know they're on the save. Should be a relatively easy round for them as Exist picks up the first. Just picks up a second. Exist has really performed well on Cobble just before. He was performing relatively well. He was actually top fragging a good portion of that game. And again, he's really stepping up first team. Moo, I want to say it looks like he's lagging a little bit because he's like shaking around on the screen. But it looks like his ping is fine, but he's only at 4 kills, and I think almost every single one of those have been out of the AWP.
Yeah, just to give you guys a quick rundown of the scorebox, I know a lot of you will be listening on Twitch rather than actually watching. Exist currently leading with 10-3-3, 11 kills, 8 deaths for Forget Right, Forest 9. Alu 4, Freiburg 7 kills. On the other side, not looking quite as pretty for HellRaisers. Dozia with 8, leading the charge for them. Angel at the bottom of the scoreboard with 3-0-8. And as we move in here into this next round, Ninjas in Pajamas already guaranteed a halftime lead with a 8-3 lead. And still 4 rounds to be played, or 3 after this one. We do have that 2-man stack there in middle, which the grenade bounces by, actually. That could have been pretty dangerous for them. But they've held very solidly. Sadly, though, for HellRaisers, it's not looking like Short will be a target whatsoever. There's one man that's going to be lurking there. That'll be Get Right. He's going to go up on top of the box. Will be spotted, but Kusha's not able to finish him off quick enough. Dozia, though, on Short will get Right. But the rest of them are all in Long A.
Yeah, that stack was actually like 3 men towards catwalk with 2 men in the middle, 1 towards the actual catwalk position. Dozia Mu, though, he peeking towards long, picks up Forest, looking for some more kills on the scoreboard for him. So that smoke come in will buy a little bit of time for NiP, as they're now maybe looking to cross over. And there they go, jumps happening. Mu can't connect the shots, and they will get in the sight. But can they get the bomb down cleanly and defend after? Oh, Alu picking up a big kill.
Yeah, that jump there from Mo, just trying. Okay. Maybe I get lucky with this one. Maybe I get that shot off as Adren will drop Freiburg out in the open right on top of the box. And that's now a 3 versus 2. Not sure that that's the ideal scenario for them to be. And there's a spray from Exist. Couldn't control it properly. There is a smoke down here on top of the bomb. The question is, can he hold on to it? Alu will miss his second shot. The diffuser's already coming in. Alu's got one more try. He's over the top of his head. And bomb is diffused inside the smoke there by HellRaisers.
4 HP on Alu. That smoke just unfortunately cut him off. He didn't have vision of where he was going to be right before that round happened. But it doesn't matter. They have money to spend. 12K on Alu, 12K on Exist. They're not worrying about money at all. But HellRaisers, they do get themselves back on the board with another round. Money's still very skimp on them. If they lose this round, they could be looking at another save and a 10th round in NiP's pockets.
Yeah, looking pretty solid so far for NiP. No denying that one. You see a couple of early grenades off towards B. Alu, of course, watching down middle for the initial opening of the round. Mo this time, or Mu, I should say, collecting his first frag of the round for HellRaisers. And Dozia is on short as well, which, yeah, right, or Forest might find here in just a couple of seconds. Both of them actually in a position to maybe get a shot off. Oh,
that time to have the smoke out in your hands.
Close. Yeah, he got the smoke out there, though, and he's going to get pushed here. Forest will get the better of him, though, and that means the rest of the push can now come around from long A. Smokes onto the CT ramp, but the shot's still raining in here from Moo. He's picked himself up now the second of the round. Can he get any more? Exist is moving up onto the bomb site with bomb in hand. Get Right coming around from short, and there's flashes coming at them from pretty much every angle. It looks like there'll be a two-man retake from Catwalk. Get Right will get the first one. Can he get any more? The bomb site burning up here, and Alu having to back away. He's lost Get Right, and it's now all on Alu. And Exist versus 3. There is Alu. Gonna have to switch away from the AWP onto the Tech-9. Just too many people to aim at, really, there for him. And that means that HellRaisers come in, retake the site, and win themselves their 5th round. It's 8-5 to NiP.
Kucher not opting to pick up the op. First team's not trying to run a double op yet again, but you know, you have to wonder, NiP, that's the second time that they've gotten in the A bomb site, that they've gotten the bomb down, but they haven't been able to defend it. And HellRaisers has just proven to be a little bit too tough for him, and it's on that retake. And Kucher, I saw an MP9 in his hand, so a little bit of a misbuy out of him. But nonetheless, they're still going to have money. Same with NiP, as Alu back on the op yet again, looking for the cross. And we'll tag up Adren again. This is like the 3rd or 4th time this game.
It must be like, he only does leg day.
Well,
just gets legged.
Well, where's the nades to cross middle so he can't be spotted? Like, we see teams use that time and time again, and I don't see HellRaisers even trying to invest into it.
You'd think after, you know, maybe twice that happens, but I think it's happened like 4 times now.
Yeah, too many.
All right, you might think of, you know, delaying your cross, smoking off your cross, as Alu will find the first kill of the round. They almost took out Forest, though. And again, Exist is the only man at the end of long A. It is being defended from the HellRaisers side by Dozier in pit. Well, let's see. Get Right is going to skip down here through the CT spawn. Actually had Kucher right on top of him there. Will throw a Molotov as well. That should force Moo away. And we've seen them do this before. Flashes Molotovs into Moo's position. That forces him right back away from the danger shots of the men coming out of Catwalk. And that allows them to get a plant. Exist continues to lurk at the end of long A to get himself another kill. And now there's just one man left. Adrenaline got legged through the door earlier on, and this time will be finished by Exist, who gets the kill in pit, goes back, gets the guy in middle. 9-5 to NiP.
I think NiP was tired of throwing grenades at him or flashes because they just threw Get Right at him. He rushes straight towards CT, flashes himself through, turns around, picks up Kucher, and pushes straight towards Car, picking up the kill on the move. That 100% opened up that bomb site. A great reaction, a great job by Get Right. And they're actually going for the double op this time. They do smoke off the cross finally, so they finally invest into that. But is it a little bit too late?
He's still got full health.
Look at that. Who would have thought?
Funny how that works. See a smoke coming out towards B. Get Right doesn't care about smokes, though. He just hammers through, takes a quarter of Adren's health away. Freiburg will also take off Dozier. There's one man up on top of the boxes, and Get Right will get him, but will he factor in that there's a guy off to his left? He won't need to, because Adren actually peeked him there, and this is a completely free bomb site now. 4 ninjas in pajamas. It leaves just Moo with, yeah, a great skin there on the 5-7, if I say so myself. Oh, nice little shot onto Freiburg. Picked himself up the FAMAS, actually getting a second there as well. But no third. That's the end of that one. 10-5, first half here going over to Ninjas in Pajamas, who will now move over onto that CT side. Some, I think, strange play again in that one. I mean, the whole Adren crossing the door, at least 4 rounds, maybe even 5 rounds. He was at half HP before it even got into a bomb site. That you just have to stop that from happening.
Yeah, you do. And that's why you see a lot of teams adapt to kind of using the nades to cross middle to save their smoke for that B push or for the B hold. And I really like the way we saw NiP adapt on the map, though, because you saw Freiburg, you know, he smoked off like the far end of CT spawn towards A, dropped down, then was able to help a push from mid to B. Then you saw Get Right actually smoke off mid to B from the B side, from the middle side, and then he goes straight to the smoke, picks up Kucher, and helps them take the A side. These little adaptations that NiP do really show how damn good they are on Dust2.
Well, we'll see if they can continue that trend here. As we said, 10-5 up after the terrorist side. Now moving on to CT. Crucial pistol round coming in for HellRaisers. We'll see if NiP can make it 2 wins in one evening. Certainly will boost their chances here in the league by quite a lot.
It would, and Get Right getting tagged down to 2 health, so a nice little start for HellRaisers. This pistol round, again, it just seems like we say this every time, but it's always so true how important pistol round is, especially on the second half. But HellRaisers, they do have 2 flashes of smoke to use, and I think they're going to go for a mid to B. I want to say that's what we're going to be seeing, and they actually will go straight for a hit on towards A, though.
Yeah, going to rush straight up catwalk here with 4 men. There is Get Right on the bomb site with the P2000. What can he do? Wow, gets knocked down straight away there by Dozier, and that means they can plant close here for catwalk, and that leaves Moo to then back away. Hold on to that one, and where is the retake coming from? Straight out of CT spawn here for NiP. Currently doing tiny bits of damage, really not connecting with these shots, and it's looking good for HellRaisers. They take down another man. It leaves all on Alu. He's got no chance here. 1 versus 5, awful health. And a bomb ticking away against him, and HellRaisers pick up the pistol here in the second half to bring us to 10-6. This is their chance now to get back in the game.
That's smoke, actually, cutting off like towards Goose, so it forces you to go towards the like the ledge side, facing towards long of the A site, so you'd be even more vulnerable. Your whole body is actually able to be shot from there, and the other way is you go straight to the smoke, where you're not going to have the peeker's advantage, and you'll most likely lose in that one. A great actual take by HellRaisers. Get Right, maybe if he catch a couple of shots there, maybe if he wasn't on a sliver of HP, it could have been a little bit different. Either way, HellRaisers, they do get the round. Force NiP to go on the save. Just pistols invested in, 2 deagles, P250, sorry, 3 deagles, P250 and a CZ. And HellRaisers back to playing it slow. They realize we need to have a clean round. They've invested 2 AKs like they invested into 2 M4s on the second round of the first half. But I don't know if NiP can get lucky this time.
Well, so far, the answer to that one would be no. They've lost Freiburg in the opening moments, and they'll also lose Forest, which means this B bomb site only has 1 man left standing in it, and HellRaisers will head straight out onto that one. Let's see if they check for that man inside of the site. Not sure exactly who that was. In fact, no, they were all 3 were on A. I'm actually blind. I thought I saw one over by B. I was telling you all lies.
It could have been a decoy.
I was telling... No, it wasn't. I was telling you all
Trying to give you a way out, Joe.
Yeah. HellRaisers running in. There was no way out of that one. I was just looking at it wrong. As you do, because, you know, Dust2 obviously new to me. Never played it before in my life. And just Get Right and Exist. Both dropped in quickly in the end. Easy round, really, for HellRaisers. Once they got those 2 opening frags onto the B-bomb site. And then forcing the 3 to rotate. Never going to happen. 10-7.
And more importantly, HellRaisers haven't lost a single man on T side yet. Picking up 2 flawless rounds. That's a lot of extra money in their pockets. You see Dozier sitting on 5K as he's just going to sit, I think, on a pistol. Not pick up Mac 10. But again, strong stuff from HellRaisers. Again, they haven't really been like one of these teams to be super strong this map. Yes, they've beaten teams like Virtus Pro, but even Virtus Pro themselves aren't even that great on this map. So to beat a team like NiP would be honestly phenomenal then. But oh, look at this push up towards Zarmu, gonna come around the corner, look straight at him and get the headshot. Oh, actually $600 in his pocket. And HellRaisers, they've spread out quite far. And Exist is just getting burnt up completely, down to 22 health off of 1 Molotov. He's dead before he even got a chance to fight.
Well, you say that. We'll see. He does finally get dropped down. Now Moot inside of those double doors down middle will be able to dispatch of a couple, and was finished off actually by Angel onto Get Right. Easy round really there for HellRaisers, and plenty of money here in the bank. Actually, Dozier still sat there on the Mac 10. He's like, no, I really want to save.
We've seen this actually happen sometimes.
Nah,
like
he'll pick up an AK there for this one. And now NiP, of course, will be able to buy out as well. So we'll see how strong they're going to be, exactly how they're going to play this one. Now, Alu, famous for holding that car position, similar to what we saw Moo doing it in the second half. In the first half. As HellRaisers run that CT side. We'll see how much of an effect Alu can have on this half. There's a jump down by Adrian. He's actually spotted this time though, but he's behind the smoke, so it's not exactly easy. Will turn around, get himself 1 and a second there onto Exist as well. That was brilliant from Adrian. They finally get rid of him, but that's bought enough time for HellRaisers to push through towards his B bomb site. The spray from Kucha will come in, but Alu now all alone will hit the back there. I think it was Kucha yet. But it's 1 versus 3. He's got an AWP. Can't afford to really lose that. And that means he's just going to back away. Try to hold this weapon. I say try because 1 man will be coming hunting. And He had his knife out there for quite a while. Dosia is just going to sit and wait. He's gone back towards pit, though, so sitting and waiting inside of the long A double doors won't do much for him. But with the flashes coming in, surely know where Alu is. Got to be careful. The guy is certainly deadly. Doesn't get a chance to get his shot off, though. And that will be HellRaisers pulling it back to just a 1-round difference, 10-9.
Dren, though, that fantastic, like, 180 on a Freiburg outside of B, I believe it was. And then to turn around and kill Exist as he pushed through the smoke. Just completely open up that entire round. So HellRaisers almost tie things up. Freiburg invested into a scout this round. And the rest of the team invested in a pistols, going for that kind of hit with the scout once, tag with a pistol kind of thing, and you're instantly dead. And he will get the tag onto Moose, so that's a strong start for NiP, but can they, work off this? Can they kill him, pick up the gun, and make something happen? That's going to be something that time will tell. And HellRaisers, again, have so much money to spend that even if they do lose this round, they can buy it for the next 2.
Yeah, not in really any danger economically. See there, Molotov just bounced off the corner of the door.
Oh, look at the stack, though, towards Catwalk.
That could be a danger here. Will Alu peek out? No. Actually, they decide to fall back somewhat. And the loose Forest Get Right has a peek out. Loses 2/3 of his health almost instantly as he does that. Nice bit of play from Exist. Did get some damage down on Cat, but not really enough to write home about here. Kucha will finish off Alu. It's now all going to be on to Freiburg with his scout at 25 health inside of the A site. 1 versus 5. This one will be top of Reddit in about 3 seconds if he's able to pull this one off. Sadly, though, it's probably only going to last 3 seconds until he dies because the peak is going to come out. There we go. It's Angel that spots him. Freiburg's down and out. We're tied up at 10-10.
All right, so HellRaisers, they came to play. They were down quite heavily in that first half, but again, coming out really strong. Winning 5 straight, not losing, I think, that many men overall. I think they've lost like maybe 4 total in these 5 rounds. So they're keeping NiP on their toes. NiP not able to get really comfortable, but they're running the double up setup. Force going to be over towards B. Okay, what was that to say? And Alu going to still be over towards long A. So they're counting on Force to make sure to lock down the site. And if he gets a position on platform, he very well could do that. But I don't think HellRaisers are going to give him the opportunity to really make a play happen from this position. As no team's really been, well, at least HellRaisers haven't been too narrow-minded onto that B site.
Totally agree. Obviously comfortable with executing a few different strats here and being successful with them, of course, as well. Kucha playing pretty much the identical role as what Exist had for NiP in the first half of this one. Ooh. Oh, wow, that was brilliant teamwork there. Flash comes in right into the middle so that you get blinded from those double doors. Freiburg peeks around, gets them the first kill of the round. That was really nicely done. Not something you can pull off every single round because it becomes somewhat obvious, but nice little start here for Ninjas in Pajamas. And Moo not having a chance here to take anyone's head off. That could certainly be pivotal. Again, they've sent that one-man jumping straight from Catwalk down towards CT spawn. This time, though, they did lose him before he could do anything. Dosia is down to 9 health as well. He dropped down there. Throws out the Molotov. Wow! Freiburg knew that he dropped down there, and that's a great shot from Alu to win the round. And just like that, HellRaisers' attack just kind of folds up and kills over and dies.
That running spread of Freiburg was fantastic. And like you pointed out, the little flash in towards middle, then the kill onto Xbox. Got NiP back in the lead at 11-10. They still have the double up set up. Moo and Angel will pick up the ops for the side of HellRaisers. And they're going for the double peek towards middle. But that's the nade we're talking about. They're using the nade, the smoke from that to get across. It stays in the smoke over towards B. And the double up set up, at least for now, out of HellRaisers, has not been effective.
This is a costly round for NiP, though. They have to pick this one up. Otherwise, they're going to be struggling money-wise. And again, it seems fairly slow from HellRaisers. NiP surely have to expect a man to drop straight down from Catwalk into that CT spawn. They've done it a couple of times. There's a flash around to mid doors. They've heard the jump there, surely, of Angel. But he's going to go extremely ballsy
again?
for this one. They're going to do the flash around. And I said it's not something you can do round after round. And funnily enough, they do it 2 rounds in a row. And it works out absolutely perfectly for them. I guess HellRaisers were thinking they won't do that 2 rounds in a row because it seems a little bit too obvious. But when you've heard the footsteps, when you know someone's already through, it's almost even easier than the shot that they did that round before. So Alu continues to sit at cart and wait for a man to peek. There he is, but he's too slow on this one. Moo will outdo him on that. The flashes go down, but not really needed. There is a man long A here for Moo to pick up as his second. Actually, I think he just got behind the wall there before Moo spotted him. Get right, he's in a very dangerous position now. If he's not being spotted, they have spotted him, but he gets the kill onto Adrian anyway. Kucha will bring one back, and Kucha on that bomb site will be spotted there by Exist as well, so they know where he is. The last man on catwalk is Dozier versus 3. Surely can't pull this one off. Exist will get the better of him, and it's 2 rounds in a row for NiP to go up 12-10.
And even with Alu going down towards Car, Get Right coming in, able to pick up 1, Freiburg 2, and more importantly, Exist on the retake at the end and secure his second kill. They get the double op back. They get Alu's op that he lost towards Car, so they're going to maintain that. Not that big of an investment coming into this round. HellRaisers, though, I really wonder why they sent Angel out middle with an AWP by himself to get completely flashed up and getting taken down. Like, the double op is so expensive, and you pretty much depend on picking up that round, and yet little things like that can cost you everything. 12-10, HellRaisers just can't really afford to lose another round, or I believe they will be on the save. But they're seeming to pick up pace. They're starting to move a little bit quicker towards catwalk, maybe trying to catch him off guard. Exist, I think we'll hear them, and with the smoke coming in towards long, it will prevent anyone from pushing there, but Get Right already knows there's no one currently in that position, and Adren will get the better of Exist.
Yeah, but again, it was this almost predictable play there. These smokes have come down in that position time and time again, and we see there Alu rattling off 2 kills, make that 3 there down into the double doors, and that leaves just 1 man. It's going to be Moo planting the bomb here on the back of the site. He's got 3 men to kill off, though. Will get flashed, and Freiburg just going to knock him straight down, and this is going to be a fast defuse. And I feel like HellRaisers may be hitting a brick wall in terms of strategy here. The last 3 rounds, NiP have had their number every time.
But keep in mind how they... Okay, so we saw this happen 2 times in a row. We saw Moo get the better of Alu last round towards Car, but they couldn't stop the retake because of the position Get Right had towards long and how quickly rotated towards site. This time, Alu goes unstoppable towards Car, picking up 3 kills, and they're not able to stop that. You look at how NiP worked around this. Moo was doing the same position, holding really well, and how they changed it up was they sent Get Right straight through CT spawn to catch him off guard towards Car, or they were able to send a man, Freiburg, straight down catwalk to push over towards B, and yet we're not seeing the adaptation we need to see out of HellRaisers to stop this from happening, but luckily for them, the bomb plant does allow them to pick up another round of guns. But again, it might just be the same story. Ninja Pajamas even pushed up towards short to be a little bit more aggressive this time to maybe catch out HellRaisers where they least expect them.
And the grenade actually did land at the feet of Angel. Took away 1/4 of his health. Flashes going over the top will be spotted by Exist. He's actually in a really dangerous position now. Will actually be spotted there by Dozier, just utilizing his position down in the lower B tunnels. Just hopped up, saw that Exist was there, and they threw a grenade off towards him. That one that he throws back will do a significant amount of damage, and the smoke down there is burning from the incendiary as well, so they couldn't actually pass through that there, HellRaisers. They waste a clip trying to spray someone who's not actually there. Meanwhile, Get Right's pushed all the way up to the double doors at the end of long 8, and he's just going to wait for the man to peek around. And he actually might find himself 2 here. There is the first one. Not expecting the second one. Switches off to his knife, but somehow gets away with that. And HellRaisers, again, they've walked into not 1 brick wall, but I feel like 2 this time. 1 on long, 1 on catwalk. And there is Alu once again on top of the box, able to get himself the first kill onto Dozier. Adrian, though, comes up big, double headshot. He's got the rest of his team with him. Forrest, let's not forget, only has 15 HP, but Get Right and Freiburg both on full health. There is Get Right, going to peek over the top. Actually gets flashed at a pivotal time there, and Freiburg is going to fall. There is Get Right, though, to turn it back around. It's all on Angel. They've got 1 flashbang to work with here. That will be thrown straight out, and Angel has to turn. But the bomb, was it planted on his side?
Yes, catwalk plant, and he knows that, and that's why he's playing so safe, but Forrest picks up the kill. And that was around NiP, most likely should not have won, but they faked the defuse, sent 2 men to defend, and they're able to secure that. And I have to point a couple things in that round. We saw HellRaisers, 3 rounds in a row with a quick push towards Catwalk, then an execute towards A, but NiP changed it up. Instead, they actually boosted men over towards Catwalk, defended it with Exist and Alu, picked up an early kill, then backed away. And get right, the smoke we saw out of Exist thrown towards long A, it made HellRaisers know, or assume, that there's going to be no one in long tunnel. And because of that, Get Right pushes past it, makes Kucher play a little bit safer, in his mind a little bit more safe, assuming he can push, picks up a clean kill, and does net them like a 5-on-3 fight. So just well done by NiP, adapting right when they need to. And HellRaisers, again, we haven't seen that come out of them, and I really wonder why. He's doing it again. Yeah. Smoke comes in, he pushes past it, lures the T side into a feeling of safeness, but let's see. Wow. That time we'll get a little bit aggressive. Yeah, caught out.
Not quite as safe, or maybe safer than they thought they were. And I was like, well, that's fantastic. Now I can't really watch short. I'll have to watch long at this point, and Exist has to come back around to cover that position off. This is going to be all about Alu this round. Or will it? They're actually backed away here towards middle again, so they leave one man lurking around. This will be watching, but he didn't. Alu was watching. Didn't expect the man to come up from the left-hand side there, though. And now Freiburg with an ult against 5. Actually did connect there. But not enough damage for him. That one will, though, take the shins off Adrian. And now he's got one coming through B tunnels. He'll make short work of Dozier as well. They really want this AWP, and funnily enough, they, as I say that, will get it with Moot all the way from the A bomb site. So, scoreline 14-11. 10 zones. If you look at NiP, not masses of cash to work with there. In fact, they're having to drop a little bit here. In fact, Freiburg is only going to be able to... what did he pick up there? Let's see. Full nades and a 5-7.
A peek towards the middle.
And that is not the start that you need.
Well, now Freiburg has a gun at least.
True.
he got all his AWP, and he had a couple of really good shots in the last round alone, but Adren, I'm not even going to let him have that. And that will be now a 5-on-3 man advantage for HellRaisers. And NiP, it's so tough to have 3 people alive, because you need like 2 towards long, 1 towards site, or at least 2 towards long with 1 over towards CT spot, and then you kind of hold off Catwalk. HellRaisers are back to their old style, pushing up straight towards A. They'll be up to Get Right and Exist to defend.
And they've actually pretty much slowed them off completely from this one. There will be a flash, double flash even coming towards Exist. Will spot one man, and he knows that he can't stick around there. Too dangerous for him to stay on top of those boxes, but there's still a minute or a round to be played here. Terrorist pushed all the way up on Catwalk, slowing it right back down again. You see Ninjas in Pajamas trying their best to defend everything here with 3 men. 1 in B, 1 at mid, 1 on Goose. That's literally all they've got to work with. One of them has to come up big in this scenario. So far, it will be Get Right. Takes down Kucha, but he's going to reload. They're surely going to push him. Dozier comes around, and it was almost close enough that Get Right had another clip to work with, but Forrest won't get even out of that CT spawn there. And HellRaisers coming right back into this one after it looked like Ninjas in Pajamas had done enough to start edging forward. They now find themselves on an eco, and it should be 14-13 here to NiP, but HellRaisers really coming back.
It should be 14-13, exactly, and you really kind of wonder, NiP, they went for the 3-man peek towards middle, but Moo got the first kill and immediately backed away. They weren't able to get the trade on that, and then losing the second man just made it almost an impossible feat. But on Pistols, probably just talking some things over, not really expecting to get too much in this round going. You can see they're like completely spread around the map, just looking for a pick, maybe turn it into a gun. But you're not really going to hurt the economy out of HellRaisers that they've been able to pick up so many rounds in a row currently.
Yeah. Look at the equipment value up at the top, and kind of tells the entire story. Full loadouts here for HellRaisers. NiP got a whole lot of nothing at this point. Well, let's see. Exist just trying to hop over the smoke. They've got 2 men in CT spawn, hoping that HellRaisers try and push either from Catwalk down there or from mid to B, which actually mid to B has not really been HellRaisers' thing so far. In fact, the B bomb site as a whole has not really been HellRaisers' thing.
I don't think I've seen them go there once. Yeah.
I think pistol round.
Yeah,
maybe
I think
that was it. Yeah.
Well, Kucher will pick up the kill on the Alu. Actually, no, that was the A site. That was A site. Yeah. Definitely not favoring the B site. And, I mean, with Get Right and Freiburg and Exist and Force, the last 4 remaining, to try to retake the A site with pistols only, I think that's even a little bit too much of a feat even for them.
Yeah, almost an impossible task here, I feel. Dozier now coming out from short. Kucher is there as well. Nice shot from Get Right. Will make it a little bit more expensive for HellRaisers, having to buy up that one weapon, but nothing really in the grand scheme of things. And if you look at the money, pretty solid here for HellRaisers moving forward. For NiP, again, they've spent everything that they've got.
It's interesting to see that Get Right's actually using the M4A4 as well as Freiburg. I think Get Right switched to like the Silence M4 like back for the last major, and a lot of teams actually were just only using the Silence M4. I think Virtus.pro and NiP were the only two teams to really do it. And even with the recent changes, you know, making the M4A1 a little bit more expensive, up to 3,200, still sticking with it. But let's see, you have an op on Mu, not able to be effective with it so far. And not that many flashes left to work with the side of NiP, or Molotovs or grenades, and they're not even sitting on full armor either. They're just sitting on the body armor without the Kevlar, or without the helmet.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, if you're HellRaisers in this scenario, if you've managed to read NiP's money situation from when they've been buying, when they've been saving, you know, baiting out just 2 or 3 smokes at the start of the round can be so incredibly valuable for you. I mean, look now, there's 1 smoke left with Alu, and then after that, you've just got 3, 4 flashes, and really not much to work with. And you see there, that was the last smoke just used by Alu down to the end of long A, and HellRaisers, quite simply, just going to let this one time out. They need to be careful of the clock, though. 30 seconds to go. They're going to go with 2 men down long, 3 men from Catwalk. Alu, no AWP, but continuing to play that position.
He's got no one long to help him. He's got no one defending long A, so once they start to push through, they're going to spot his gun out. I think the barrel, he's actually going to go for the peek on this one. He's going to pick up the first kill, but he will instantly get shut down. Existing Goose, with the help of Get Right, they do hold down to this push.
Well, for how long, though? They've managed to get rid of Exist. Get Right from below, trying his best, but he's got 1 HP. You only need to sneeze in his general direction there down at CT's corner, and he's going to die. There is the shot from Mu as well. And the last one, as I said, is Get Right. 1 health. The Tech-9 will certainly be able to do more damage than that, and that will be another round here going over to HellRaisers, and we are all tied up 14-14.
And there's no money to spend on NFP's side. Are they going to buy here, or force buy to try to stop the tie from happening, or stop the win happening for HellRaisers, or will they save up? And it looks like they will be going for the overtime. This is going to be tough because HellRaisers, they have so much money to spend that it doesn't matter if they lose a round. All they care about is getting that really important 15th round on the board to at least make sure you go into the overtime. Wow, and Mu that last round alone, that flick shot towards Catwalk was ridiculous.
Certainly playing well, that's for sure. I mean, he's currently top of the scoreboard, at least in points, not quite in kills. 20 kills, 2 assists, 16 deaths for him. There is a peek out from Exist with the Deagle. Didn't actually hit anyone. You see from Adrian's point of view, and well, came close, but didn't quite work out for you. Again, they will smoke up with what very little they've got in terms of smokes. The flashes are all gone. Not really a lot to defend with now for Ninjas in Pajamas. It's just about playing carefully here more than anything for HellRaisers.
And they don't want to give up a gun, most importantly, especially when they know NiP are most likely on a general eco. And I like how you put up Mu because he's been a heavy fragger for the team of HellRaisers since he joined back in late March. Like, he's been constantly and consistently putting up big numbers for him. And that on a team is definitely one thing you need, and that will be HellRaisers open with the first kill towards the A site. The bomb will make its way through, and it looks like it'll be a Catwalk plant yet again.
Well, 1 back for Get Right, so not over just yet. It's a 4 versus 3. There's another one. Forrest picks one up as well. Bomb is not going to get planted there. Mu actually came off of that, and Kucher now finds himself 1 versus 4. Can you believe it? It's come down to 14-14, and NiP on the eco are going to take match point here. Forrest got himself 4 kills that round, coming up absolutely huge. Looking at the money, it's certainly there for HellRaisers to buy up this round, but will they get overtime, or will Ninjas in Pajamas sneak it in the last second in a round that they should just never have won?
They shouldn't. I mean, they didn't have armor, too. It was just straight pistol to defend against that. And GetRight, what was it? 1 kill himself, and then he said Force with 4. A fantastic hold and retake by them. And good job by preventing them from even getting the bomb down. And that's a round you're going to look back on if you're HellRaisers and wonder, should we have lost that round? And I think the answer most likely, or most generally, will be no. But Island now with the op, back towards Car, defending the catwalk push. I'm surprised to see NiP maybe not stack an extra man towards middle or towards B, because HellRaisers haven't hit B this whole time. And you would think, well, if they haven't gone there yet, they might do it now in the final round. But they're holding steady with what they've been doing this entire game. And HellRaisers, I think they might be doing the same. I think this is going to be another A hit.
Yeah, looking for picks down middle, which you'd have to expect. They're not going to be gifted at this stage. Freiburg will be almost the only man at B. Forest is still playing the B ramp down towards mid. As we do see flashes, smokes going through. There is Exist again inside of CT spawn. He's able to get the first frag of the round in favor of NiP. There is Alu. Losers out on this one, though. It's Moo that gets the better of him. Angel took out Forest as well. And now GetRight here, trying to slow them down on this A-bomb site. Does the job as well as he picks off Dozier. There's the push onto Moo. He will pop out onto the Glock. Gets the headshot on Exist as well. And it's now all on Freiburg, who's shut down by Angel. And we're going into overtime. And HellRaisers will be thinking, oh my gosh, how are we now in overtime? How did we not win this game, considering the fact that NiP got to match point on that eco? Ridiculous stuff.
Wow. And Moo, I mean, I think he single-handedly saved that round, too, by getting the kill into GetRight and then allowed them to help in from the side, from the site. Just so many great shots from both teams, and I believe overtime has not started just yet, so luckily we won't be missing on any of these rounds. Yeah. But again, at least we have a really close game here. We looked at the first one, Envious and NiP, and that was just a complete stomp of 16-5. I think it ended off with, and now we're getting an overtime game. One of the few we've actually had in Europe, funny enough, and we've had, I think, 2 or 3 over in North America. I
bring good luck for HellRaisers and NiP game. Not quite as much luck for Happy and Envy, sadly, as Happy's internet connection obviously wasn't really playing ball tonight, and he had to be replaced halfway through the game. Well, this one, incredibly close, and while I've still got the scoreboard up there, which doesn't matter now because it gets reset after the full 30 rounds, so I can't even talk exactly who had what, but without doubt, Moo, massive play with that AWP. Yep. To be fair, the entire team there for HellRaisers, there were some brilliant moments from Angel, from Adron as well, some kind of diving behind Xbox and one shot onto the guy that was defending middle. Really great performances overall by everyone. And this is a funny thing. This is the second time that these two teams meet in the ESL ESEA Pro League.
And in this week alone.
Yeah, and HellRaisers won the first one, 16-13 close game on Cash on Thursday. And here on Saturday night, we're going into overtime.
Yeah, I honestly did not expect this because HellRaisers are generally not a strong team on this map. And you look at NiP, they actually are relatively good on it. But they're definitely showing up. And, I've wondered about HellRaisers with the addition of Moo. Like, we see a lot of teams bring on a new person. There's a honeymoon period where they perform really well as a team. HellRaisers kind of had that, but it was more of like a Moo's just really damn skilled. And they haven't melded well. But it seems like with all these close matches they've had these last few weeks, and as the game we're seeing here, they're really starting to hammer things down as a team.
Well, we are going to get into overtime. The game has been reset here, so we'll dive straight on into that one. It's MR3, 16K start money.
Yep.
Yes, I'm glad I got that.
I think
one
it's 10K, actually.
It's 10K?
Yeah, I think it's 10K.
Okay, then I was half right and half wrong. But
MR3 is the most important part of that.
Yeah, half right is certainly better for me. NiP, because they played CT side last, they will actually stay there. And actually, Adron is going to get picked very, very low in the early stages, but Forest not faring much better. There's the shot through the doors, actually will be connected from Alu. And you can see on both sides here, for NiP and for HellRaisers, there are 2 people on either side that are nadeable right now.
Might we actually see HellRaisers go for a B hit too? No. Yeah, I don't think we will. I'm hoping we do, though. And, because NiP, again, they start off strong, actually defending the A pushes, but then they kind of seem to have lost control. Moo, again, able to outsnipe Alu 2 out of the 3 times. I think they've gone head-to-head over towards the short, towards Car's side. And you can't really defend on that, but look at this. They're going to hit B. That's a mid to B smoke. The bombs come around. And finally, Forrest is going to get some action in the back of Plat with the op. This is going to be a tough take for HellRaisers to pull off. And he's going to get the first kill completely blind, but Angel gets the return.
Yeah, and that's now super important that Freiburg comes up big, which he doesn't. He's flashed up in the corner, will be finished off there as well, and that leaves NiP with a man less to work with. The bomb is going to be planted here any second. There it is. And Mook going to set himself up at the back of platform and wait for these incoming retake attempt from Ninjas in Pajamas. Alu incredibly scared there that someone was going to be pushing from the backside. They've got a smoke on window. It will be jumped through here by GetRight. Kusha's actually up close on the box, gets the better of GetRight, will peek out, but he loses out to the man at the doors. It's Alu trying to get through window. He won't get through, though, with the bottleneck of 2 AKs and an AWP aiming at him, and HellRaisers pick up the first round in overtime, 16-15.
First time they go B, and they win it the first time they do it. Well done by them, especially in realizing that they did so much damage to Freiburg and Forest in the early trades in the beginning. Yeah. And they realized, like, the one nade will finish them off. I think it was Mooj walling Forest that completely was able to kill him off with. Just great adaptation. They finally do, kick into gear as we hit in overtime. And NiP again sending 3 men towards long just to make sure they get full control of this area. And HellRaisers just back to the, let's hold middle, let's work towards maybe a pick. They don't actually send like anyone out towards long in the beginning, like to go for the peak or just in the general idea of things. They send most people towards catwalk and maybe leave one man back towards middle and then kind of push through that area. It's really interesting to see when you compare that to NiP, who left Exist back there multiple times to go for the lurk and the push in once they were able to hit that catwalk. And
the difference on the T side for them as well. I mean, HellRaisers have been pretty predictable, actually, in what they've done. I mean, that last round was, I think, the first time that we've seen them go to B. It might be one other time, but it looks like they're going to change it straight back in. And again, it's a man dropping down on towards that CT ramp. It was Adrian who got Alu. Exist did get the revenge frag, and he picks up the AWP from Alu. He's got to go beast mode here, though, if he wants to hold on. And he does go beast mode, picking off Mo as well. And it's now all on Kusha. Where is he? He's just taken down GetRight at the end of long A. Flashes over the top, but Forest will pick him off. And that is a round back to Ninjas in Pajamas. Tied again.
Exist picking up 3 kills, one of them with the M4 on the man who dropped towards CT, then 2 big op kills. And you got to give credit to GetRight for just coming in towards long A to defend that. Kucher, if he went a little bit quicker towards long, he might have caught Exist and GetRight off guard, which would have allowed them to be safe on the A side, get the bomb down, and defend. But either way, they tie things up 16-16 apiece, and we're going to the last round of the first half of overtime.
Of the 35th, yeah.
I catch myself.
No, but you're exactly right in what you said. The amount of flashes that came over from Catwalk actually forced GetRight to look towards Catwalk because Exist was completely blind. If it had come quicker, it would have got at least 1 kill onto them there. That could have been a different round, but that's all ifs and buts. Looks like a slightly different defensive setup this time for NiP. They've left Exist on Catwalk. There was an early smoke, a couple of flashes going in. Interested to see if he actually holds this position or whether he's going to drop down once again in towards CT. They flash over the top, but they actually crouch behind the stairs, causing all kinds of problems there for Exist. He got the one man, but was quickly revenged by Adrian. And that leaves us in a 4-on-4. Health slightly in favor, though, for Ninjas in Pajamas. And they still have 2 guys in B.
Oh, look, they're coming out long a little bit quicker this time. They're going to catch him off guard. GetRight trying to defend, but there it is. That's what they needed to do. Execute on long a little bit faster since they have not done that the entire game. And they pick up the bomb plant. They have 4 people alive, and it's Forrest and Freiburg to retake this site. And now just Freiburg will get 1. But there we go. HellRaisers securing the lead at the end of the first half of overtime.
Yeah, and to be honest, NiP, you'd have expected a little bit different of a defense there for them. I mean,
well, so you pointed out at the beginning of the round, right? You pointed out Exist was sitting on catwalk and Alu was sitting in sight, a little bit of a different hold. Previously, they've done like Alu at car, and they've done GetRight towards the back. This is not live yet.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They've done Alu at car, they've got GetRight over towards pit, and Exist like towards CT spawn. So they did change things up, but HellRaisers got a little bit lucky on that.
But that's not the change that I would have liked to see. I would have liked to have seen Exist staying on catwalk, Forest moving back more towards middle there, and then moving, getting Forest quicker either around the back of catwalk or up through CT spawn so that they could reply to pretty much the same strategy that HellRaisers went for every single time.
And you have to wonder if Exist didn't charge straight into catwalk with that flashbang from Alu. And yeah, he picked up 1, but if he stayed alive, would that have been a different round?
Probably. Maybe.
We won't be able to find out.
Who knows? It's 17-16. to HellRaisers. First one to 19, of course, wins the game. If we hit 18-18, and we're going to do it all over again. There's an initial peek at Angel, already being tagged down to 32 health. Not exactly the start they'd be looking for, but Mo will bring this one back. Can he get a second? No, but Adrian can't. Get Right will go down. The grenade from Exist won't do anything, but the pushing to B is here for NiP. They've dropped the bomb now, though, and it's left all to Alu and a very injured Exist. Alu's got it. Come on, Biggie spots the man behind the box, but he's going to be flashed out there, and Exist with hardly any health can't really offer too much in that round, but Alu is still going. He's still got 2 more to find, though, and look at this. Dozier is sneaking up behind him. Will he get the chance? Surely got to check his back at some point. He's flashed in. Dozier's going to round the corner and takes him out from the back. 18-16. Game point for HellRaisers.
Well done by them. A fantastic hold, too. And NiP, they tried to force it in quickly. They tried to rush straight towards that B site, but with the op there, with the smokes and flashes to stall for time, they just couldn't commit quick enough into that site. Now, Alu back on the op. He did, like you said, tagged out Angel crossing. I bet you Adren's happy about it wasn't him for once. But let's see.
It was in the first half, 5 or 6 rounds, to be honest.
Well, he's not going to tag anyone this time. But NiP, they need to slow things down. That little bit of a quick play, I think it caught HellRaisers maybe a little bit off guard because, you know, you wouldn't expect that when NiP's been playing so slow on this T side. But you can't lose rounds. This is the last one. You have to win these next 2 just to pull it to double overtime. And even that's going to be a tough feat.
Incredibly tough the way that first round went, but you can tell that NiP have said chill out now, chill a little bit. We need to take our time about this one. If we look at the defensive setup this time around for HellRaisers, it's a carbon copy really of what they've been doing this entire game. Moo playing cart, Dozier playing at long. They've lost Angel early on in the middle, but that's why they were losing men before as well. So we'll see if they can hold this. Exist continues to lurk. This is exactly how he played in their first half of real time. I suppose we could say the first 15 rounds of this clash. This time he's got help, though, and the bomb's coming around. The question is, have they figured out that whoever it is that's hiding behind that corner is actually hiding behind there? We'll find out. Dozier will get Exist. They do kill off Dozier, though, so he did his job, got himself one, but the flash coming in, and Freiburg gets the better of Moo. It's now 2 versus 2. Actually, this smoke and the mollies going down could be fairly dangerous for them. Certainly means that they can't push straight on through, but there is Adrian coming around the back. It's now all going to be on Freiburg on the bomb site here. We'll get the plant in. We'll go for the shot as well. Challengers down onto the end of Long A and gets Adrian down to 10 HP, but Kusha is going to come sneaking up on the side of him here in just a second. Freiburg gets one, but Kusha gets the better of him, and that will be HellRaisers if he can find the bomb, defusing it and picking up the victory here. What a close game.
Very close game. Gotta give credit to HellRaisers just to perform that well. We pointed out before we started this game that that HellRaisers in particular have so many close games. 16-14, 16-13s, even 16-12s against some of the top teams in the league. And they've just been steadily getting better over time. To pull it in overtime against NiP on a map that they're relatively, pretty damn good on, and then to pull it off in overtime, that just shows that HellRaisers is honestly a really good team, and they're only getting better as the weeks go by.
Well, I mean, if I look down the results so far for HellRaisers, just to prove your point there, 16-14 loss versus Envy, 16-12 loss versus Mouse, 16-14 loss versus Titan, 16-11 win versus Flipside, 16-13 versus Dignitas, 16-13 versus NiP, and 19-16 versus NiP. Like, some very, very close games. And actually, we should factor in that when we, put HellRaisers into our schedule, that it's not going to probably be over in exactly the time frame that we really want it to be, because they are playing incredibly close in their wins as well as in their losses to pretty much everyone in the league. Again,
it's just the addition of Moo has really helped them step up. Like having this opper who can hit shots like we've seen, some of the flick shots on a catwalk to defend, get right pushing up ramp onto A. If you can have a guy who can pull off shots like that, and most importantly, do it every damn game, that makes you instantly a better team. It's just about working out the little intricacies that make you one of the best teams. And honestly, I would not be surprised to see HellRaisers like top 4 of the league at the end of the season if they keep improving at this rate.
Well, they're certainly on their way up there now, aren't they? I mean, they're going to be sat at 3 for 4. NiP 2 for 5. So for NiP, the woes continue. It might have even been a different game against
It could have been
Envy.
1 for 6.
Yeah, if Happy's internet connection wasn't going loopy on him. Either way, guys, that's it for us here tonight. But of course, we do have more action coming your way from North America tonight. In fact, it's an interesting little combo of games because we're going to have Cloud9 taking on Elevate, not once, but twice, Cobblestone and Mirage. And then we'll have Mousefaz versus Affinity on Cobblestone and Mirage.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to see some of these matches. Mousefaz has been really improving quite a bit. They came in relatively strong. They're like the HellRaisers, I want to say, of the North America League. They have so many close games, and they're able to compete with these top teams. And look at the first 2 games, Cloud9 defending their title, being one of the 2 teams left in the entire league to be undefeated. 2 matches against Elevate, Cloud9 still looking pretty damn good, especially with the addition of Freakazoid onto the team. They've been steadily improving. And
it's interesting that you should say that about undefeated teams, because that brings us on to our European games that will happen tomorrow. There's 6 of them, actually. And Navi, who we've talked about, are the only undefeated European team. Only played 2, though, so it doesn't particularly count that much. They'll actually be playing 3 times tomorrow, including Ninjas in Pajamas. And the day will be ending then with Dignitas versus Navi as well. So 6 pretty fantastic games coming tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait. And I believe Anders and Summer are going to be the ones bringing those games to you guys at home. And I can't wait to see actually how the league standings change after that day alone. There's just so many matches to be played. We might see some new teams on the rise up. I'm hoping, Navi can keep it undefeated.
Well, we'll see. They could be 5-0 by the end of tomorrow. Certainly will be looking pretty towards the top of the table if they can pull that one off. But guys, that is going to be it from us here tonight. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. Hope you'll stick around for some NA action. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow here in Europe for the ESL ESEA Pro League. Good night.